The Department of Personnel and Training, DoPT, successfully implemented the Hon'ble Prime Minister's vision for Induction Training Programme for cutting-edge level government functionaries. To take this a step further, DoPT, with the guidance of Secretary P, has come up with the initiative of blended training program called Comprehensive Online Modified Modules for Induction Training, COMMIT. This video is only a part of COMMIT program conducted by the Department of Personnel and Training, DoPT, for government employees. Some of the course material I felt is so important and informative that I thought I must share this with you, and sharing this only meant for education and knowledge purpose. There is no any other intention lies behind sharing it. I would have shared every unit of the modules as they were so informative, knowledge-oriented and interesting, but I cannot. Because these course materials are designed to train government staff and I am not authorized to do it. Whatever few videos I published is only for the sake of knowledge and its importance. At the end, I would like to say that any person working under DoPT or directly involved and own the COMMIT program find it not suitable may contact me with your details and I shall remove it immediately. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to the unit on divergent thinking. Often, we find ourselves in situations where we find it difficult to solve a problem. This could be because we look at the problem from our point of view. It is, however, possible to find a solution if we adopt divergent thinking. In other words, we look at the problem from different points of view. Let us use an example to understand divergent thinking. In childhood, you might have worked on many mathematical problems, didn't you? Now, here is a tricky question. Take a look at the equation presented here. 11 plus 1 is equal to 10. You must be thinking that the equation is wrong, as 11 plus 1 is equal to 12, not 10. Can you, however, prove the equation correct? Select your response and click Submit. Going by the conventional rules, the equation is wrong. But just imagine what happens when you take a picture of yourself using a web camera on your computer. You simply get to see the mirror image of yours, don't you? Similarly, take a mirror image of the equation and check it out. You will see the difference in the equation itself. Number 11 is shown as 9, proving the equation right, isn't it? You will surely agree that divergent thinking has made you solve the problem. Divergent thinking is an important skill that government employees must have. As government employees, we face many different and diverse kinds of problems, which conventional ways alone cannot solve. Most of these problems may also be unique. In such cases, divergent thinking can get you to some quick and easy solutions. At the end of this unit, you will be able to explain the differences between divergent thinking and conventional approaches to resolve problems. Given here is a problem. Can you solve it? Ahmed Mia, a village elder, is riding his camel to the nearest city. While crossing a small village on the way, he sees 3 men quarreling with each other. He stops and asks, "My children, what is the matter? Why are you fighting?" One of them answers, "Our father has just passed away. He has left behind his camels to us. In his will, he has stated that half of the number of camels will go to Mir, his eldest son. I am Mir. The will also states 1/3 should go to Iqbal, the second son, and 1/9 to Amir, the youngest son. We have a problem. He has left behind 17 camels and we are unable to share the camels as per his will. Whichever way we decide the camels, one of us is unhappy. Can you help us solve this problem? Ahmed Mia says, "Here, take my camel. You will then have 18 camels. You can share them according to your father's will." They protest. However, he makes them do it. This is how they divide the camels according to their father's will. 18 divided by 2 is equal to 9. So, Mir, the eldest, gets 9 camels. 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6. Thus, Iqbal, the second son, gets 6 camels. 18 divided by 9 is equal to 2. Hence, Amir, the youngest, gets 2 camels. This way, the 3 sons get 9 plus 6 plus 2, that is 17 camels in all. 1 camel remains standing alone. This is Ahmed Mia's camel. He asks, "Are you all happy now? I have also got my camel back." The 3 brothers are happy, though not quite understanding what has happened. This is an excellent example of divergent thinking to solve a difficult problem. Let us see how divergent thinking can help us solve other problems. Not all of us carry our own shopping bag while shopping. We end up picking up items in plastic bags. Most often, these are made of very thin plastic. These bags end up choking gutters, drain pipes, and finally rivers. Such pollution is harmful. Arohana Eco-Social Development collaborates with villagers in Gujarat to weave these plastic bags into fashionable products. Thereby, the villagers also earn a livelihood. Next, let us see another example of divergent thinking. What will you do if a pregnant mother in your village is ready to deliver her baby? Say the weather is bad and an ambulance is not available. This has happened once in snowbound Shimla. What will you do? Now, let us see how divergent thinking is used to solve this problem. 6 brave policemen bundle her up in woolens, put her on a cot and walk for 10 kilometers to the nearest hospital. The woman delivers a baby girl. Both the mother and daughter are now happy. Let us see one more example of divergent thinking. Consider the cause of constant arguments or even fights between college students and bus drivers and conductors. Buses are often delayed due to prolonged traffic jams and reach their destination late. During peak hours, they run full. Hence, they sometimes do not stop to pick up or drop college students. As a result, students who get upset, stone and damage buses, sometimes even beat up drivers and conductors. This makes bus drivers and conductors go on strike. The situation is a loss for everyone. Students and the general public get troubled even more with no buses on the road. The transport corporation suffers as it runs into losses. The staff who have gone on strike lose wages. Managers of the transport corporation rarely intervene. They fear anger from the other parties if they side with any one party. All they do is clean up after each such event. Now, let us see how divergent thinking is used to solve this problem. One transport manager decides to do things differently. He goes to colleges and meets students' union leaders. He proposes to make student leaders brand ambassadors of the transport corporation. If there is any problem, these student leaders could call him directly. He would come to the spot quickly and resolve any issues. He also meets the principals of all colleges and educational institutions in the area and discusses this innovative idea of resolving issues. He tells principals that this way, their colleges would not have to take the blame for damage to public property by their students. This way, the manager forms a good relationship with the colleges. He even helps children of bus drivers and conductors get admission into these colleges. The innovative manager thus builds a win-win situation for all the parties. This is an example of divergent thinking. You can use Camper framework to develop divergent thinking. Click each tab to know more. The S in Scamper stands for substitute. In case rains damage roads every year in an area, you can substitute bitumen with something else, say concrete. C in Scamper stands for combine. Combine ideas for a powerful solution. Your mobile today is a telephone, music player, camera, scanner, and much more. Try this approach for solving one of your problems. A in Scamper stands for adapt. Twin pit technology for toilets is an adaptation from single pit in locations with poor drainage facilities. This has brought the additional benefit of organic manure. M in Scamper stands for modify. Reimbursement of gas cylinder subsidy through the bank account is a wonderful example of modifying a process to ensure that benefits reach the intended citizens. P in Scamper stands for put to other use. During disaster situations, schools often become the accommodation to house affected persons. Can you think of schools being used for some other purpose when not in use? Say during summer vacations or late evenings. E in Scamper stands for eliminate. Do you know that cordless phones came because someone wanted to remove the phone cord that connected the handset to the base, that allowed the person to walk and talk? Lastly, R in Scamper stands for reduce. Can you think of reducing wastage in the midday meal scheme so that more children can be fed within the same budget or more variety of food served? Try and use the Scamper framework on one of your problems. You will see how powerful it can be when many of you brainstorm together. In this module, you learned that the framework used for divergent thinking is Scamper, where S stands for substitute, C stands for combine, A for adapt, M for modify, P for put to other use, E for eliminate, and R stands for reduce.